Alright, I'm Beiber, and I've started to get some requests for lesson ideas. Um, some of these I'm probably pretty late on, but I'm between having issues with my camera, my computer, and all kinds of stuff, so I'm getting them done as I get them. So, alright, well, this first one, someone asked me about string skipping, and just kind of improving your stretching and your speed and everything. So I wrote down a few ideas and things I thought of, and watched some more videos that I had sitting around of other people, and here's what I come up with. Alright. Now, for the most part, well, all my examples right now are going to be diminished or pentatonic, just because those are the only shapes I have memorized at the moment. So I'll just do this together real quick. But the first diminished pattern is going to be, since the diminished scale was all in minor third intervals, each note is going to be a minor third apart. So there's going to be 2 frets in between each fretted note. Alright, so, and all I'm doing is taking that shape and bumping it down the strings. So, with that, a few little technical tips. Keep your pick. Try not to make big jumps over your strings, like exaggerating it, but don't go like this. Try to keep it as close to a regular picking pattern as you can without jumping, because it's just wasted motion. And also, like you probably heard there, a little sloppier, it's going to be tougher to mute the strings, because you're going to, even just by like rocking your hand, you're gonna have to move it further or faster. So you're probably gonna bump other strings. So it's not always people. I've seen a lot of people with string skipping that's super clean. I just need more work on it. But and another thing would be to try both alternate picking and legato, because if I'm gonna do string skipping, for the most part, it's probably going to be legato, but that all depends on the part and your taste, whether you like the smoother sound or you want to hear each note. Just play with both, because it will make a difference in the way it sounds and the way it feels. Second piece is going to be smaller skips. Just instead of having this wide stretch, it's just going to be like the first 3 notes of a minor scale. I saw Glenn Drover from Megadeth do that in a video lesson, and I've been doing it the stretched way, and it was cramping my hands up pretty quick. So it did feel a little more comfortable. And again, try it with alternate picking and legato. A few other things you could try doing is adding maybe tapping. If it's down here and the strings are further apart, then you can't make that stretch. Or add open strings. maybe if you're like, a lot of the problems you'll probably come across with this is just the space of the frets, whether you're playing it down here, up higher, or even the scale length. This guitar, most Schecters have a 26.5-inch scale length, so it's a little bit longer. That's just something you have to take into consideration. Also, the neck size. This neck's pretty thick, so that's going to be another thing that's going to depend on how much you stretch. How you hold your hand is going to affect how high your guitar is when you're holding it, your playing posture. Or you could just have small hands. That's not a big deal. I've seen some small-handed people that are ripping it up, but that could be something else that you just cannot make this stretch. You just don't have that much, hand. This kind of goes back to the neck size, is like if you're playing a 6-string guitar with a 24 and 3/4 inch scale length, it's going to be a big difference than playing an 8-string with a 27-inch scale length. But that's just, and it'll take a little bit to get used to probably, but it's just something else to think about. Depends on your warm-ups, how much you warm up in between different stretches. And really, just in a way for just in general stretching would be to, if you haven't done this already, just take whatever lick you're using. It doesn't really matter. Start it up high where the frets are closer and do whatever you need to do with it. And bump it down like 1 or 2 frets at a time. But make sure you do it slow enough so that you can the gas's not clean, so I can't go down that low. So let's try this. But just kind of do that so it'll just help you. And chart where you're at too. Write down what fret you went down to yesterday. And see if you can get that one comfortable and move down to the next one. Speed is really just how you would practice anything else. Just get a metronome out or something. Really, you don't have to use a metronome. I've seen plenty of awesome players that don't use one. But it is easier to chart your progress. You can see, you can write on a piece of paper. And if you want to make this much progress within a week or a month or whatever, you know what your target tempo needs to be, and you can see where you're at comfortably and bump it up in intervals. And just, you can chart each day. Every day you practice, write it down, whatever it is. And this isn't just string skipping, this is just anything, but if you can get it up to speed, or if you can just learn it, it helps you see how your progress. It might help you it might seem boring, but when you see how far you've come within the end of the day or two, it's kind of exciting. So, there's something else to try. I guess those are most of my tips, so hope it works for you, and good luck.